Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the QZ Show. I'm your host, Quinn Puffalo, alongside with NFL analyst, playoff expert, Matteo Zavala. Today, it's playoffs. Playoff season is coming. We're going to go over our playoff picks. A lot of coaches and GMs got fired as well. We're going to talk.
Some surprising too, a lot surprising.
Yeah, and there was a surprising signing as well just before the playoff games. But first of all, let's get off with the coaches being fired that were fired. Mike Zimmer, that was a big shocker. What do you think, Mateo?
It was going to become time sooner or later because he has a coach and his team has been regressing, I think, defensively, because he's supposed to be a defensive mind head coach, and his defense has decreased heavily over the past 2 years from his past defenses. He even said the year before his defense was the worst team he ever had, worst defense he ever had.
Yeah.
And the defense was worse this year. And they struggle a lot holding games together, which I think it was a good fire. I think he'll be a better defensive coordinator than a head coach. So I hope. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm kind of shocked. I think he's still a good coach, but like you said, he might be better off as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They were a Super Bowl team with Case Keenum, 13-3. Got knocked out in the championship, of course. And then they signed Kirk Cousins. They were supposed to be Super Bowl playoff contenders. And they have Kirk. This is the fourth season they've had Kirk Cousins. And they made the playoffs once out of the last 4 seasons. They were 8-7-1, 7-9, 8-9 this season. They were 6 3 seasons ago and won one playoff game and then was, 1-1, lost one. So like you said, the defense has also regressed, and he's a heavy defensive mind coach. And they were supposed to be a Super Bowl caliber team, and they just didn't make the playoffs. So this.
Yeah, and also the team kept blowing games. The defense is a big part of that.
Yeah.
They weren't holding teams down. The offense too, but for me, a defensive mind head coach, that defense should be able to clinch those games. Like that Steelers game again when they were up 29-0. And the Steelers' offense is not so great.
They suck. Yeah.
Exactly. And they almost came back. And they almost came back and won because the defense gave up and the offense gave up. I think that's a big reason why Coach Zimmer's gone.
I agree. Hopefully they get a better coach. All right, let's another coach. About time this guy got fired. Him and the GM. I'm going to the Chicago Bears, Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace. Is this a good call?
By far. I mean, every fan in Chicago, you witnessed it, fire Nagy. Even to his son's football games, they've been doing that. It's about time the Bears got rid of Nagy. I think they just needed to part ways.
I agree. I think he needed a fresh start. The offensive play calling just got worse and worse as this season. It just kept going by. He did have that lucky season with the Bears, taking them to I think it was a divisional round.
12-4, and losing in the first round, the double doink.
Yeah. Ryan Pace should have gone. He should have been fired before Matt Nagy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
John Fox didn't do a good job with the Bears. He also made a couple bad signings with Ray McDonald and a couple defensive pieces that really didn't do anything.
Yes.
So they only had that one lucky season, like I said.
But one thing I did like about Ryan Pace, he always found late round gems.
He did?
He always found people not in the first. He sucked at drafting the first round, but in the later rounds, he picked a lot better. He picked he got David Montgomery, who's been a steal. They got what's his name? James Daniels has been a pretty solid offensive lineman. They got Jalen Johnson in the second round. They got. I'm trying to think of more. They got Thomas Graham this year.
Herbert looks good.
Yeah, Khalil Herbert as well. He's been better looking at the later rounds than he has in the first rounds because you got Kevin White, you got Leonard Floyd.
That guy's the biggest bust ever, Kevin White.
Leonard Floyd, he's starting to play a lot better now.
He was good, but they let him go.
Yeah, but he got a really good pick on Roquan.
Yeah.
And he also had Shea McClellan. He drafted him in the first round, and Kyle Long. But that's pretty much.
Let's also not forget he was the GM who drafted Mitch Trubisky,
who made the trade.
The trade still doesn't make sense to me, and they still could have got Mitch Trubisky without trading. Their picks with the Niners, But he will.
I agree
for that. Glad they're both gone. Hopefully the Bears kid do a rebuilding.
Mhm.
Another one that was shocking today was the Texans head coach. He only coached one season. He got fired today.
All the fans, I agree with all the fans what they're saying. The fans are saying they should have kept him. He did pretty solid with a horrible team.
He did. He had like the third or second worst roster, and the Texans were not expected to get 4 wins at all this season.
Yeah, no. And think of this. Last year with Deshaun Watson, they got 4 wins. This year,
they did. Yep.
No Deshaun Watson and Tyrod Taylor and Davis Mills, they got 4 wins. This team honestly didn't play as bad as I thought. Like as
they played a lot better
this season. The defense
and
played
Tyrod
strong.
Taylor
They played hard
too. Yeah.
They were 3-3 in their division. They beat Tennessee. They had a few ups. They
beat
Tennessee.
The Jags twice.
Yeah. And they beat Tennessee.
They played a close game against the Patriots.
Yes, which Patriots are a good team. Exactly. Yeah. Which is a very surprising move. I feel like Cole, he will get another chance as another coach.
Yeah, he will. I feel like they're trying to set up a different head coach because I think they keep Deshaun Watson. I don't know. Because stuff with Miami's going crazy right now too. Now let's go to Miami. I'm shocked on this one. Brian Flores, he is fired. Mateo, what are your thoughts?
I am super surprised. Like this team, even though they sucked at the beginning of the season, they played phenomenal 7 games in a row. They played scrappy. They made the defense stepped up like crazy. Brian Flores was a defensive mind head coach, and he brought that team almost to the playoffs last year, 10-6.
Yep.
Which, I mean, he did really good. The Patriots, when he was the coach, the Patriots record when he was a coach, I think it was like 2-3.
When Brian Flores was the coach of the Patriots? Or
no, when Brian Flores was the coach of the Dolphins, the Patriots record versus the Dolphins were like 2-3.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins have more wins against them, which he's a great defensive coach. He will get another shot. Chicago's already looking at him. But for Chicago, I don't think Chicago needs him right now.
I agree. I think Chicago, like I said, needs a rebranding. But like I said, I'm shocked about this firing too. He was 10-6. They won 8 of their last 9. I just don't know how you fire that. I think they were destined for another season. He's only been there for 3 years. And when he first got signed, it was a dumpster fire. Miami had the worst roster in the league. Everybody gave up on him. But he was able to come up with 5 wins with Miami. And they upsetted New England. They took number 1 seed.
And they got 10 wins the year after.
Yeah, they got 10 wins the year after. Barely, they didn't make the playoffs, which is...
And he was a coach of the year candidate.
Yeah, I think I picked him as a coach of the year.
Yeah.
I think I did. But obviously he didn't get it, but he was close to getting it. This year, I mean, he did a great job making that team come back. The defense was getting back together. Tua was looking a lot better. He did his job, got a field goal or a touchdown. Wasn't turning the ball over. That's all they needed. Chew clock, relied on that defense. But no, I think there was something like there was a heated argument between Tua and Flores. And then there was an argument with Flores and I think the GM or the owner about like the power in the building. And they just weren't on board. So that's why I fired. Was there other coaches fired?
Vic Fangio.
Yeah, that one. I mean, that one was kind of shocking. Broncos actually did pretty good, but they a talented roster for the last couple of years. All they need is a quarterback. That's the problem.
They're almost there, and I think they need an offensive-minded head coach.
They do.
To get them to the next level, because Vic Fangio is a great defensive guy. He created like phenomenal Bears defense that's still pretty strong today. And
the team that
Vic
won
Fangio will be signed as a defensive coordinator again. Don't know where yet, but he will be signed as a defensive coordinator.
How about the Bears?
That would be cool. That would be phenomenal.
That'd be cool. Just as a defense coordinator, though.
Yeah, as a Bears fan. And the last one is Judge from New York and Gettleman resigning.
Gettleman, he's probably embarrassed. I would be embarrassed too. I mean, has no winning record with the Giants at all. And Joe Judge, he said he was going to turn it around. And you notice how they said his job was going to be safe. I think they said that before the Washington game or maybe after it. Then he got fired.
No, because after the game, he talked to the players.
Oh, okay.
I remember reading something about that, and I guess this is what they voted.
That's great. Well, Joe Judge was not turning anything around. I also blame Daniel Dimes. I think
he's been garbage. Absolutely horrible.
He's been a failure so far. They need to get a new quarterback. They need to get some better offensive pieces. Saquon Barkley, he is a great player, but I feel like he's leaning toward a bust scenario.
But, okay, I give Saquon this. He has nothing protecting him. The Giants had almost the worst offensive line in the NFL. Yeah. Saquon Barkley was walking in pretty much into a dumpster fire of blockers.
Yeah.
Which he had no shot getting through, which I give him credit, also coming back from the ACL injury. I feel like Saquon's have a lot better year next year. But, yeah. And I saw this thing on TMZ. People are saying –
TMZ. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but George Judge, the day of him getting fired, he ordered a bunch of pizza and a bunch of beer kegs.
For himself or?
I think for himself. I mean, I don't know why he would order that stuff the day of his firing.
Maybe a go-away party. Lights out. Who knows?
Yes.
All right, let's since that's all the coaches and GMs, let's get back to this weird signing right before the playoffs. The Rams, they re-signed Eric Weddle. You think he's going to make some plays? Is this a good signing?
Well, the Rams are needing a safety, but has he not played in like 2 years?
It's been a while. I don't think he played all last year.
Yeah, he's going to be rusty.
Let me look it up right now. He is for sure going to be rusty. Yeah. I feel like he's going to be like Richard Sherman, like he just got out of his couch and like sore the next day if they win.
And they're playing a healthy Cardinals team.
He didn't play in 2020. He didn't play last year.
Yeah, he's playing a healthy Cardinals team with all their starters back. D-Hop is supposed to be back by this week.
Good luck covering that guy.
Yeah, no, D-Hop's going to be back, and hope Jalen Ramsey locks him down, but the Cardinals are coming throwing the ball, trying to hit that safety end, because Eric Weddle's
probably.
And
Eric Weddle's old, too.
Yeah.
He's 37. That's really old.
Those old knees going to be cranking, like.
Yeah. Hopefully he can make a play.
Yeah.
I think they're going to target his side a lot more. I think Sean McVay wants to throw something a little different. So throws the Cardinals head coach. Cardinals head coach. But okay, we got our coaches and stuff. Let's start off with the playoff games. I'm excited for Saturday. Raiders at the Bengals. Who do you got?
Speaking of that was 2 years ago today of Joe Burrow in college. 2 years ago as of today, which is a fun fact. Is that a real cigar? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real cigar. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Quinn. I am going with Mike on this one. The Bengals with Joe Burrow.
You know what? I agree too. I mean, last time they played, the Bengals, it was close, but in the fourth quarter, the Bengals put it away on the Raiders. And I believe it was at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
32-13.
And the Bengals are red hot.
Yeah. Better offense, better defense. They are. But I trust Joe Burrow over Derek Carr right now. The regular season stats say it. Both quarterbacks have not played a playoff game ever. But I Joe Burrow more in this playoff game because, I think there was – because toward the end of the season, Joe Burrow had those back-to-back 400-plus yard games. And they got better offensive playmakers. I just like their offense a lot more.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon.
They have all those receivers. T. Higgins. They got Jamar Chase. Hopefully, maybe Rookie of the Year.
He will be Rookie of the Year. I guarantee
Offensive Rookie of the Year. And the defense is pretty solid themselves. They got Trey Hendrickson, who has
better than Oakland, Las Vegas.
Yeah, they have Trey Hendrickson, who has 14 sacks in the season. And they got, they should have a way better defensive roster than the Raiders. All right, on to the next game.
All right, the next game.
Patriots at Buffalo. This is going to be the Cold Bowl.
It is going to be the Cold Bowl.
Because I heard people saying, I saw that the highest is going to be, high degree-wise, it's going to be 0 degrees as the high with the wind chill, which that is bizarre for these two teams. They already played through a windstorm against each other.
Yeah, the blizzard. That's tough.
Yeah. And it's also Mac Jones' first playoff game.
Because he's a rookie.
But the Bills, I have the Bills winning this because Josh Allen he has more experience in general, and the Bills are coming back. They're being their former selves again.
I agree with you. Allen has the experience. He's played 4 playoff games. Last season, he was 2-1 in the playoffs. They played not a tight game against the Chiefs in the championship, but they were in the championship. They lost 30-24. Mac Jones, as a rookie, has no experience. He's kind of full. He's kind of like going off the back end, folding at the end of the regular season. The first time they played at Buffalo, Mac Jones only threw 3 passes, and it was that Blizzard game. The Patriots beat them 14-10, but the Bills beat themselves. They could have beat the Patriots, but they just could not convert on 4th down. Couldn't score points. That snow blizzard was a big problem. Next game they play, Bills beat them at New England, 33.
Yes, but it's going to be at Buffalo. And the Patriots still have a whole lot of injuries. They're missing Dante Hightower. David Harris is still questionable. The Patriots are missing a whole bunch of players. They're missing Dante Hightower, David Andrews, the starting center, Nick Folk, their kicker, Lawrence Guy, defensive end. They're missing a whole lot of players that are still on the injury. And for them to win this game, the Patriots to win, they need David Harris. David Harris is an animal against the Bills.
Is he out?
He's questionable.
I think he'll play.
He's limited
snaps.
But New England is solid when he's on the field with them against the Bills. The Bills struggle against Damien Harris in that run game. If the Patriots get the run game, they have a shot by the Bills winning this because the team is fully healthy and stacked.
And I also want to add that when the last time they played, Bills won, and Mac Jones was 14 of 32, threw 2 picks and no touchdowns. So they're going to rely heavy on the run game again. And I think the Bills are just going to stuff them and destroy them in this game. I don't think their Patriots offense will make any plays. So yeah, I got Bills in this one. All right, let's go to the Sunday game. Eagles at Tampa Bay. Hey, who do you got?
No, I'm just saying like Patriots. Patriots. Oh my God.
Patriots.
No,
Bucks?
The Buccaneers are playing another strong opponent in the NFC East this year.
They are.
Because last year they played Washington. Washington played them hard. Taylor Heineke played hard. Jalen Hurts, this is his first playoff game. He's been playing really solid, Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
He's been putting the numbers. He only has 9 picks on the year. And Tampa Bay, they're still going through a lot of injuries. Like Gennady Bernard, he might come back. Levante David, he's still on injury reserve. Leonard Fournette's still on IR. Ryan Jetson is limited. They're missing a lot of players, and they might be down to their 3rd string running back.
And Chris Godwin is out. They don't have Antonio Brown. Big factor. Sherman's not playing, even though Sherman won't be that big of a factor.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But the Philly team is still young and still learning.
Yeah.
I have Philly upsetting the Buccaneers in the first round.
You know, I'm not surprised by that pick by you. If this was for an upset this week, this is the biggest. I would pick this upset for the week because played. It was at Tampa Bay. The Eagles lost 28-22. It was a close game, and the guys who played in that game were Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Barrett, that other linebacker, and Sherman, and all those guys are out. They're all not playing this game.
Yeah.
Like you said, Washington, they played a close game last season in that wild card, and I think it's going to happen again. This one's going to be a close one. I could definitely see the Eagles win this.
Yes,
but
and
trust my gut, pick the Bucks.
Yes, the Eagles will need this. They will win this game if they use the passing game because Tampa Bay struggles and they have a lot of injuries in the passing game. And Eagles defense will be they can hold them down because they're missing a lot of key offensive players and they're a top 10 defense in the league.
Yeah, they are.
So the Philly has a chance. I
hope they win.
I have Philly winning this.
All right, let's go to Niners at Dallas.
This is another good game. Another good game. I have a lot of mixed opinions about this game because the 49ers, they've always been a team with potential.
They do, yeah.
Everyone thought they were going to be at Super Bowl last year, which they didn't make the playoffs. They struggled. But this year, Their team's fully healthy. They're well, not fully healthy, but like they're using their players a lot more. Using Deebo Samuel as a weapon. He's been phenomenal. And Trent Williams is going to be healthy. And Trent Williams is an animal. Probably the best blocker in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
And Elijah Mitchell, a surprising late round pick. They're going to rely on this run game and Deebo Samuel to win. And Trayvon Diggs, he struggles a lot.
He does.
Passing game. And Jimmy G should start for this game without doubt. He
will, of course.
And they guys keep throwing the ball at Trayvon Diggs. He struggles, but he gets a lot of interceptions. But I have Dallas, who had really strong in the offensive side of the ball and really solid on the defensive side of the ball this year, surprisingly.
A little bit, but
a little bit better than last year and
better than most Cowboy.
Because DeMarcus Lawrence is also back. Micah Parsons is going to be playing, hopefully lights out.
Yep.
I have the Cowboys winning this.
It's an interesting take, Mateo. I like all your points. I also like to say that I did pick the Niners to win the Super Bowl, go all the way and win the Super Bowl before, the season started. And I am glad they made the playoffs, so they got kind of my prediction right. I don't trust the Niners at all. Cowboys are too loaded on offense. They are going to put up the numbers on the Niners defense, even though the Niners are pretty healthy. It's also at Dallas. I know Dallas chokes, but this is the wild card. They don't really – sometimes they struggle in the wild card. They really don't. I could see Dallas being knocked out in divisional round and championship, but I think they're going to destroy the Niners in this game. Jimmy G, I don't think he'll make enough plays. He struggles in the playoffs, and his record, he's 2-1, but he's thrown 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in his playoff appearances. So, and they rely more on the run game, and I see Dallas just running over these guys. I got Dallas winning. All right, the Sunday night game, Steelers at the Chiefs.
You gotta say salute to Big Ben.
For Ben Roethlisberger's retirement party?
Yep.
It'll be this game.
Drinks. I think I heard drinks on him.
Yeah, drinks on him. Do you hear what he said about the game this week?
I'm not.
It's like, let's just go out, have fun. He's like, I know we're like huge underdogs, but we're just going to go out and have fun. They know
this team will fight. That defense will fight. That defense is going to.
Last time they played, they got destroyed. So.
But this is the playoffs. This is the. TJ Watt is going to come like an animal, per usual.
Hopefully.
But Mahomes and this Chiefs team has been playing pretty solid the past couple of weeks.
They have.
The Chiefs defense, they stepped up a little bit, but their defense is going to lock down the Steelers offense without doubt because Steelers offense is going to struggle. They only have Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool, drama queens, but
yeah.
But Najee Harris can get a lockdown. And for the offensive side of the ball, Steelers defense, they're 9th in passing, surprisingly, but they're the worst team against the run. And Casey's going to use that to their advantage because they're going to have a healthy Clyde Edwards-Helaire and a healthy Darrell Williams. And they use a short passing game, and they use their overall game. They use all their weapons. Chiefs have this in the bag without doubt. Steelers are going to struggle a lot. I have Chiefs winning this.
Yeah, this is not going to be a fun game for Roethlisberger. It's going to be like last time. They're going to get smoked. I could see like 43-7. The only way for the Steelers to win, and like you said, it is the playoffs. Anything could happen. They have to force turnovers. Pat Mahomes made a bunch of turnovers this season, but at the end of the regular season, he's throwing a lot more touchdowns. The offense is getting back to the groove, and he's not turning the ball over. The Steelers also need to score. They never score at all. They never even score touchdowns when they get the ball. They have to rely on that defense, and they get field goals the entire time. They need to kill the clock and score touchdowns. They have to go for it in the red zone and score touchdowns. That's the only way they could beat the Chiefs. But like I said, it's not going to happen. It's going to be a beautiful, bittersweet retirement party for Roethlisberger and the Steelers. Chiefs.
Or do you know what they can do?
What?
Is accidentally injure Mahomes.
Accidentally. I mean, it is the playoffs. They let a couple hits slide by.
Yes, because I mean, if they do what the Bucs did, if they do what the Bucks did in the Super Bowl,
Well, the Chiefs kind of lost. They lost 2 or 3 offensive linemen.
yeah,
Play. So the Chiefs were screwed. But no, Chiefs got this.
yeah, bag.
Rams Cardinals on, is it Martin Luther King Jr. Day?
Yes,
Yeah, on a
and
holiday.
Muhammad Ali's birthday.
Yeah. So who do you got in this one? This one's a tough one.
The third time this team's playing, and both teams are healthy.
They are.
This is gonna be a hard matchup. I'm gonna keep with the lead up. This team's really surprising, high up in the stat line for each side. I have officially for the first week of the playoffs, I have this team's from out west. This team is from California. I have Los Angeles Rams, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp winning this game. Cooper Kupp has been playing should be an MVP level this year, offensive player of the year, maybe.
Yeah.
I have because the Cardinals going to struggle on defense. They don't really have that many strong corners. They put Brian Murphy Jr. on Cooper Kupp, but they have no one else.
I feel like
defense.
The game is going to go down to like a game-winning drive. Like,
yeah,
I agree with you and your pick that the Rams are going to win this game, but I feel like the Cardinals are going to have a chance to tie or win this game. And I feel like Von Miller and Jalen Ramsey are going to make the play at the end for the Rams to win this game. I just wanted to say that. Sorry to throw you off.
No, perfect.
Do you have anything else to say about the Rams?
Are they 1-1 against each other this year?
They are. That is right.
And this is just going to be honestly, whose offense plays better. Because both defenses are solid. Both quarterbacks tend to throw a lot of
picks,
interceptions, and a lot of turnovers. This is going to be like turnover mania, as Quinn always says on Sundays.
It could be. Could be.
Mm-hmm. I have the Rams winning this.
I do. It could also go south pretty quickly for Matt Stafford and the Rams.
Yes.
A lot more for the Rams than the Cardinals because he's gone pretty south when he was playing against the Titans and some other teams when he threw a lot of picks. Against Minnesota, he threw a lot of picks, but they got lucky with their defense. A big concern that I had with the Cardinals is that their last 5 games of the regular season, they lost 4 the last 5. And 3 of those teams, the Rams, which they're playing, the Seahawks, who are kind of good, kind of not, though, pretty inconsistent, and the Lions. They got the Lions.
You add 4. That's like 4 L's right there.
Yeah, so
they got blown out by the Lions.
Bigger concerns for the Cardinals. They're kind of folding. Good that Hopkins is coming back, but the Rams, like I said, they have better defensive playmakers at the end, and I think that's what's going to make them win the game. They both have good offenses, but Rams, they have better defense at the end. So I got the Rams.
And that's
I think I see the Super Bowl champion coming in. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Breaking news. Is this from Adam Schefter himself? Oh my God.
Oh my God. I can't wait for those guys to play. These are going to be the Super Bowl champions this season, baby. I'm so excited. They're going to win this week too because they got the bye. So that's an easy win.
I know. I have the
team.
Dude, I get a free pick win. I have the Packers and the Titans winning this week.
You know what? I'm so confident that they're going to win this week. I got to start pre-gaming, you know?
Nice.
But yeah, that's going to be the show.
All right. That's going to be it for the show tonight. Don't make sure to subscribe and share the video, of course, and just share it to anyone who loves football. And don't forget about the Pittman package where you could subscribe, like the video, comment on our video, and send us a photo of you doing that. And you'll be entered for the Pittman package. You win a free signed Michael Pittman football and Mr. Pittman shirt. Have a good night.